Thank you for all the support that you have given to our baseball program, all of you. I do appreciate it, and I know the boys appreciate it in the program. I'll talk about the program right now and kind of go through that with you, but I want to make sure that I got the thank you out there to everybody. If you're curious about me personally, this is my first year. I just completed my first year. I was a coach for 10 years. One of my teams did make it to the state. I won the state tournament. I was the Post 312 baseball chairman for over 20 years. District 9 Post chairman there for over 20 years. And commissioner for about 5, and now I've done this year. I've been around, seen some of the program, how it's been and so forth. And the state of the program right now, statistically, our teams are going down. There's fewer teams than there was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So what are we going to do about it? Increasing the awareness is probably how I can sum it up to everyone here today. Increasing the awareness of the American Legion Baseball program. We have worked with a company that's in fact here today doing the videotaping of our presentations. Over the 3 different platforms that we have, the social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that's the way we're reaching out to people and letting them know what we're doing. We do that on a pretty regular basis with a lot of different things. We hope that will work, and in so doing, that will bring more awareness to the program. The commission has also decided to start a new league. It's called a D2 league. It's designed to focus on the smaller cities and towns around the state. The enrollment cap will be only 750 instead of the Division I enrollment cap of 7,500. We're hoping that will encourage some of the small towns to participate in our program. We're starting that next summer. So those are the initiatives that we've kind of kicked off already. I'm hoping that they will work. We've got some more on the way that we're going to be working on. The bottom line is we're going to try and bring the program back up. So the next part of this presentation is to present the teams that won the state that are here today. On the AA State side, we have Post 218 Washington. They were the state winners, and we have Todd Kleekamp here who will be coming up and taking the recognition for that. Todd? Our next team would be the AAA varsity team. That team is from Post 11. That's the McDonald Duggar Duncan Post 11 team, and that's Trevor Moss. He's the manager of that team.
I would just like to say thank you to everyone for your support of the baseball programs.
Is this the first time you won?
This was our first time. Thank
you. Scholarship. That's a special award each year in Missouri. Kyle Button won this award. He's from Post 312. He couldn't be here today, but we have a video and a little thing he'd like to say here about the award. I'd like to add, too, that Kyle Button went on to be named to the All-Academic National Scholarship Team, and that was an additional award.
Hello to all of you at the American Legion Conference this year in Missouri. I'm Kyle Button, and I was selected as one of the winners of the American Legion Baseball Diamond Scholarship this year. I'm honored to be recognized among such a prestigious program. I would like to thank Coach Russell Clicker and Missouri American Legion Baseball Chair Tom Rhodes for nominating me for this opportunity. I'd like to further thank Coach Clicker for all of the time and energy he invested into building the St. Charles team from the ground up. I can't even come close to describing everything he did for the team this year. Coach Clicker held very organized and in-depth practices during the off-season to prepare our team for success this summer and fall. All of his hard work is shown in the team's recent success, earning a number 1 seed in a tournament recently, a huge step from where we were a year ago. I unfortunately was not able to make it to the conference today. I'm actually probably on the Mizzou football field right now, filming Mizzou's homecoming game as a freshman, which is it's an opportunity I would have never anticipated having, and I wouldn't have been close to having this opportunity without the growth environment that Legion Baseball provides. To speak on the growth environment that Legion Baseball provides, here are a few examples. I learned resilience this last season as I battled through a broken hand for most of the season. And relating to that, I learned patience as I had to sit on the bench for 2 months, watching and supporting my teammates while they did what I wanted to be doing so badly. It was hard watching and not being able to play, because I know I wanted to be out there so bad and I wanted to help my team, and the only way I could do that was through supporting them by being there and cheering them on and all of that. And lastly, I learned that hard work can get you anywhere. Coach Clicker installed all of these values in our team, and it really led to success. He's one of the best coaches, probably the best coach I've ever had. He really stresses the mental side of the game, the easy, it's difficult to be always mentally there, and it's so important, and he really pushed on that. He pushed a lot on having a good mindset when you go to the plate, having a good mindset as a pitcher and as a team, and I think it really led to a lot of success and growth in our team. As I continue my academic career at the University of Missouri, I will be forever thankful for the time I had in Legion Baseball and for the financial support you all have provided me. I'm proud to be a Legion athlete, and I thank God for every blessing granted me through Legion Baseball. Thank you all so much. MIZ.
Thank you. That was Coach Clicker, by the way, that brought that presentation there and that Kyle was talking about. Thank you, Coach. So now we're going to have the Hall of Fame inductees. It's a very, very big deal for us, and these gentlemen have put in a lot of time in the past, and you'll recognize some of them, I'm sure. But I'm going to have our Jim Moran, who's our commissioner here in the state. He's going to make those presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I had 4 or 5 pages of notes, mostly about the games they won and they lost, because I lost to them a number of times. But I'm going to do you a favor and skip all that. Mike Rooney is going to be our first inductee. Mike attended Northeast High School in Kansas City, Missouri. After graduation from high school, he started classes at the University of Missouri, stopped for a while serving the U.S. Army, and then returned to graduate in 1975. He later moved to Blue Springs, and in 1992 became the head coach and manager of the Rods Sports A's American Legion baseball team. Under his leadership, the A's enjoyed many successes. They won 6 Missouri State Championships, advancing to the regionals, and one time advanced to the World Series in 1999 in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. In 1987, late Ron Johnson and I established the American Legion Woodbat Invitational. American Legion teams throughout the United States and Canada have entered this tournament throughout the years, but the A's won that tournament 7 unprecedented times under Mike's leadership. The Woodbat Invitational Hall of Fame was also created to recognize numerous coaches, volunteers, umpires, media, and players who have exemplified the high standards of American Legion baseball. Mike was inducted into this Hall of Fame in 2009. Mike's overall coaching record, 1,260 wins, 408 losses. 4 of his players played in the major leagues. 8 others were drafted and played professionally. Most importantly, Mike's record with his players, 89% of them moved on to college scholarships thanks to American Legion Baseball. This number of players and scholarships came in the amount of $3.2 million. It's my pleasure and an honor to introduce one of the newest inductees in the American Legion Missouri Baseball Hall of Fame, Mike Rooney. I don't talk much, but I want to thank you for this great honor. But I really appreciate all the hard work and money that you put into our baseball program. I really appreciate it. Thank you. The next inductee, and I consider both these men close friends, Gary Stone. You may have heard his name around here once or twice. Thank you. Gary attended William Chrisman High School in Independence, Missouri, and after high school continued his education by taking college classes through Wentworth Military Academy. After college, Gary joined the United States Marines, and upon being honorably discharged, returned to his hometown and became the coach manager of the National Aluminum Brass Legion baseball team. When that sponsorship ended, Gary was able to continue coaching with Post 340 High Boy out of Independence. Under his leadership, Post 340 High Boy won the Missouri State AAA tournament in 1991. In 25 years of coaching, Gary's teams had only 2 losing seasons and averaging over 25 wins per year. They won it with that invitational twice during Gary's tenure, and he was inducted into that Hall of Fame in 2012. From 2008 to 2022, he served as the Missouri State Legion Baseball Chairman. He has served as the National Legion Baseball Chairman since 2014 to the present day. He is also the director for the American Legion World Series that's held every year in Shelby, North Carolina. At this year's World Series, Gary was the first recipient of the Rick Cash Leadership Award, which recognizes outstanding contributions to American Legion baseball. Among all his accolades, Gary has the honor of coaching a little-known athlete, who some of you may have heard of. He played for the Cardinals, Albert Pujols. Okay. And it's my pleasure to have Gary and his wife, Gloria, here, because she supports him in everything. And if you want to go to a great hospitality room in Shelby, you need to look her up. But it's my pleasure to honor this and introduce the newest inductee to the Missouri American Legion Baseball Hall of Fame, Gary Stone.
I want to thank y'all. When I was advised of this, I got to thinking this next spring, I'll mark 50 years of me doing baseball stuff. The last 40 of which has been in the American Legion. As a coach, as an administrator. And that young lady you just saw, we've been together 40 years now, and I couldn't have done any of this without her help. I missed a lot of anniversaries, I missed a lot of birthdays, scheduled tournaments on Mother's Day, which always gave me grief, but she put up with it, and here we are. So, again, I thank you. I would have won a lot more games if I hadn't had to try to beat Rooney all the time. I just want to put a plug in for the greatest. This is the greatest amateur baseball program in the United States. And those that have not been to Shelby, North Carolina to the World Series, you need to get there. It's unlike anything you've ever seen, and I look forward to seeing you there. Come on down. Thank you very much.